is for me. Probably what I'm doing. Every day in the studio. Every day in the studio. Every day no fully shit. In the streets with the Yeezys on. In the streets with the hoodie up.
Hey, Rob, we at the Batcave. We cutting that shit out because that's incriminating evidence. And I grew up in a day and age where you're not a criminal.
What is going on right now,
Nothing. I'm cutting that. Like, we're talking about the after this part has been cut out. People are like, what the fuck is going on? I said some shit I shouldn't have said. And guess what? Y'all niggas ain't gonna know. But yes, if you like what we're doing, please comment, like, subscribe. As we count down the year, it doesn't hurt to count up our views and up our likes and subscribes because we definitely need it. Because we're not in that YouTube algorithm. We're not in the Spotify algorithm or whatever. So help us out. If you like what we do, please help donate. $ hero Bob $
B-O-B.
Exactly. I'm the unwashed version. Anywho,
Wow.
y'all want to see me. Strange clouds.
How you gonna call somebody washed up and then sing their song?
He stole my rap name when I was coming up. I was gonna be B.O.B. They call me Bob. But we got a couple things. This is gonna be a shorter episode, but I think we should start off with what we were laughing about. Is if you're on audio, pause. Go straight to YouTube. Look at this face. I got told by a casting director that I'm handsome. Ladies, I'm handsome and single. So
This nigga.
have a story for y'all. So I have a fake ass best friend. My fake ass best friend. I'm calling him out. His name is Jordan. Not the Jordan y'all won in the fourth quarter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm talking shit, Jordan.
Uh-oh.
We was talking about a situation in my life. And my friend made a comment about what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah.
And he was like, fuck that. I'm about to sign you up for an experience on Netflix. And
shout out Netflix experiences.
And what he did was he signed me up for a show. And have you ever seen the show called Love is Blind?
I have seen the show Love is Blind.
So
that shit is corny, but hey, it's blind out here. You know what I'm saying?
So from him, a casting director hit him up, and at that point in time, I feel like I can say it's on social media. Jordan, he's booed up. So he's like, oh, I can't be on this. But he's like, I got a friend, and I had a casting director hit me up about being on the show.
So they originally asked Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were just the side piece. Huh?
Hey,
you just a side piece.
Side piece got to eat too.
Shit. I'm trying to be a side piece on a Love is Blind show.
So I'm gonna show you, so you don't know, so you know it's real life. It's not fake.
Nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert. My name is blank blank. I'm a casting producer working with Connect's Contest. We are currently casting the newest season of Love is Blind in the Pacific Northwest. Your friend, bitch nigga Jordan, she's white, and she said exactly that.
No, she didn't. No, she did not.
Yeah, she says, your bitch ass friend Jordan.
No. She said, your friend Jordan.
I love you, Jordan. Recommended I reach out to you about on the show. We are looking for lovely marriage-minded singles who are open to turning dating on its head. If you're interested in chatting, let's try to connect ASAP. So, I got casted to be on Love is Blind. And when I was talking to the chick, she was like, you're very handsome. I was like, damn. She's,
Damn, baby.
I was like, I can be your zaddy, but she's like, I'm married though. I was like, damn.
Oh, Zaddy.
So I just want to go through the experience with y'all. Like the experience was pretty cool. I had 15-minute conversation with her, and she kind of told me about the process of it. But like the most interesting thing about it was all the things you have to do to be on the show.
Mm.
And what you have to do to be on that show is you literally have to take time off of work. You have to be isolated. You don't get paid. And then if you find a connection, you get to go on a week's vacation that's paid for. And then you have to live with whoever your significant other person you have a connection with. You have to live with them for 3 weeks in Seattle. And then after the end of you living together and things like that, you have to legally get married.
Oh, you have to.
It's a part of the script. Like it's either you get to the altar and like if you want to like go forward with this person because in the contract and stuff, you have to get married to that person, or you say
Oh,
no.
that's weird.
So
That shit is weird.
I will email this person back because she was actually a wonderful person. Like she's really cool. We had a dope conversation about
Oh, the person you're supposed to meet.
No, the casting director. We had a dope conversation. She thought I would be a great candidate. You know, 'cause I usually think that being, a couple's, a therapist will, discredit me because I can see through the bullshit. And when I talk to somebody through the wall, it's gonna be vastly different than somebody else.
Yeah.
But overall, the process, because she was talking about the experience, was very interesting, and how she's like, this is like the new way we're gonna date. And what I really want to tell her is, I'm the real life hitch. You come work for me, and I know I can't pay you like they paying you, but we're trying to have like an experience. And I just wanted to share that with everyone on the podcast. And the better question is, if I was on Love Is Blind, the new season, would you watch?
Would I watch?
Yeah.
Hell no. Not
Damn.
Damn. Hell yeah, no, I'd watch. Definitely. It just kind of reminds me of one of my friends was on he was on The Bachelor.
What the fuck?
Or Bachelorette. He was one of the men on The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
And he like vanished off the face of the earth for a while. So like all that makes sense. And then he popped back up and started like promoting, talking about it, and like hit up the homies like, make sure you watch this, make sure you watch that, and da 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 da. And he made it through like one episode. But
So
it was super. It's kind of like dope to see like from that what's happened, what's just changed for him in his life and stuff like that. So
I gotta be nosy, because I did reach out to my brother who's an actor in Hollywood. If you don't know people, he's sorry. I'm being. I hate. Stop it.
what? I'm just being nosy.
I've talked to you about my brother, haven't I?
Nope.
No, yeah, he's Hollywood. We'll talk off, but no, I talked to him about the process because he would be like, if I wasn't finishing up getting my license, he'd be like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And you also told me why not too as well, because it goes with the brand what we're doing, especially if I do it,
Absolutely.
But I just don't want to find love like that. I gotta get married in 7 weeks. I have the question.
He said he don't want to find love.
I got a question for you. Do you think you can marry someone in 7 weeks?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what your gut just said? Hell nah.
No, but I just feel like the experience would be so unique. Like it's like almost not forced, but forced in a way. But like like they say, pressure makes diamonds, right? So like you never know where the possibility of where it could go. So like if I sat in a room with someone for 7 weeks straight, would I fall in love with them? I don't know. Would I hate them? Hate their guts? I don't know. But like they say, like if you have that connection, which is like through the dating experience, through the bonds and different stuff like that, and that connection's real, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the uniqueness. Like, I have a friend whose parents got married the first time they met. Like, he met her. The next day they went to the courthouse, got married, been married ever since.
Please say the year, because I think that matters.
They've been married for over 30 years.
When? Like 19?
Ooh, I can't tell you that. I would say 30, like probably like 20. They were 20 years old, so like 30 some years. Mid
That
50s, mid 50s now.
that's
Yep.
yeah.
They got married, and she said she regrets it, but she loves him.
That's such a very couple thing. I hate them, but you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so it's like they've been married ever since they got 4 kids. Like 4 kids. They moved up from California together. Like they they've been doing it for the years, and it's like it's interesting. So like you never know where you could find love. You never know how you could find love. And the the experience might just like teach you something about yourself in the process. Like you might make a real good friend at the end. You don't make it, whatever. I don't. But you might meet somebody you be like, you know what, my nigga Arthur would fuck with this motherfucker right here. You know?
So the better question is, what happened with your homie? You say he came back.
Yeah.
So what's he doing now? Is he more
So-
into entertainment?
So beforehand, he was a bodybuilder trainer. He still is. He still does it. And now, but like his opportunity to promote himself is bigger. He has a lot of bigger fan base. People are like tagging him. The Bachelorette has tagged him. So like people that follow him, he's gotten blown up a little bit more from that experience. But then it's like also the community that he met within that, right? Like he still hangs out with a lot of dudes that were on The Bachelor. Like they still have those conversations. He was like a guest on like this season reunion type stuff. Like so like the idea to be around the camera has always been present now that he has like a stamp behind his name. Like, oh, I'm such and such from The Bachelorette. Like they're like, oh, okay, we can put you in this, we can put you in that. Oh, you have this, yeah, you could do this. It just gives him like something else to represent.
Even after that one episode.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think you have a belief if he made it down, let's say half the season, that he'd be bigger?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Because just to see the growth from one episode and the popularity of that show, and you think about 10, 15 episodes in, right? Or however many episodes there are. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not really a big fan of that show. But
So the question is, should I fill out the rest of his application to join the Love
you
is
just
Blind?
talked about it.
I'm asking you.
You already know my answer.
Please tell me.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just for the experience, right? Like even if you go and you do it for 4 weeks and you come back, you at least have the experience that no one else, that billions of people look to be on that show, just to be on that show, right? And you have the opportunity, and then you have something to follow you. This was my experience doing this show, even talking about it on the podcast, right? Like this is a unique experience, or even talking to someone as a counselor, right? Like the unique experience that I had doing this gives you reference to instant love, right? Instant gratification, instant opportunity, like knowing that you could meet somebody instantly and fall in love, and now you have that experience, right? Like, I don't know, just a thought.
Interesting. Well, I have literally till tomorrow to do something.
Oh well.
Well, probably not, because I ain't gonna have y'all show them to my wedding in Seattle and be like, 6 weeks later, nigga.
I'm gonna be talking all types of
Ferret.
shit. I'm gonna be talking all types of shit. I told this nigga. I told him. Turn up. Let's go. We on the show. I'm gonna be the ghetto cousin. Hey, I'm on the show. Mama, tap in.
I don't want the ghetto. I want Arthur's show. I don't want that person to show up. I think I wanted to start the show off like that because, like, as a person who's trying to get off into a business experience like that,
Interesting.
I just want to do it in more matchmaking, where it's kind of like
More authentic.
a little bit more. And I don't want to say the process is not authentic, but I'll just say this: if they were going to pay me, I would have put some of my licensure studying on hold, and I would have did it for like 2 weeks. But the fact that I have to spend 7 weeks out of my life unpaid, even if I'm in Seattle,
Man, you
Crazy.
got bread like that?
Man, let me tell you, this mortgage is like, look here, you gonna take a break from working? All right, but you gonna
come out your pocket, fam.
Anywho,
let me eat some of this.
So
air
we got a couple things, and then we're gonna shake a tail feather because this is a little shorter episode. We want to give a shout out to Stephen Curry. He broke a record. Most
big shout out, big shout out. He on my fantasy team. Big shout out. I'm getting smacked, but big shout out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest.
What do you call it? He broke a record, and the record that we are talking about that he broke is not the 3-point record. He did break it, but he broke the record for being the most ungrateful son of all time.
How?
So I'll tell you how. I read an article from a reputable source. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
There. So as I pull this up, as you all know, have y'all seen Steph Curry's fine, beautiful mother?
Oh, his mom?
Yes.
She's at the game.
You saw her?
They showed a video of her at the game, jumping and cheering by herself.
Misogynistic people.
By herself. Wasn't with, old dude.
Well, if you don't know that Steph Curry and Steph Curry's dad and mom got divorced recently this year.
Was that this year?
Yes.
Oh wow. I thought it was last year.
And I have this article that I'm pulling up from clutchpoints.com, and they have sports.
Isn't that LeBron's? Isn't that LeBron's thing?
Clutch Sports. This is Clutch Points.
Same difference.
Yeah. So pretty much while it's taking forever to load, because that's the bane of my existence, Steph Curry and his father have a strained relationship. And that strange relationship is because Steph Curry and Aisha Curry blame his father for talking about their family's business. And Steph Curry and his wife has said that they have sided with the mom. And there's a noticeable strain. And that's what this person was talking about. There's no noticeable strain in their relationship. Now, we're all saying this allegedly because, why not? I don't need to read the article. I just literally just said it. Fuck it. So the question is I have for you, and I have another thing for you, is what do you think? What do you call it? Or what is your? I guess I'm just trying to formulate. Can you really truly take a side as a kid when your folks divorce, and like, is Steph Curry wrong for be like, I really don't fuck with my dad like that currently in this moment?
So first thing I'll say is he's definitely an adult now, but so he can pick whatever side he wants to pick. Truthfully, I don't blame him.
Really?
Honestly. I don't feel like that's something that needed to be public. I don't feel like that's something that needed to be out in the world. I mean, granted, his image is what it is, and that might tarnish, quote unquote, tarnish his image because of his family trauma. But at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be public, right? Like, that's not something that society needs to talk about. Like, let's talk about Dell and Steph Curry's mom getting a divorce. Like, he doesn't want to hear about that as he's trying to play basketball. He doesn't want people asking questions all the time about it because truthfully, Dell Curry isn't the one dealing with those questions. Steph Curry is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Steph Curry ends up getting interviewed about those questions. I mean, alleged. I don't know completely, but I would assume. And
okay.
So like that's why I feel like I don't think he's wrong. maybe to feel some type of way towards his dad, and shun him, maybe not, but like I would like I think I would be on my mom's side too. Like we could have done this a little bit different. We could have done it more private.
Allegedly, both of them were cheating.
At the end of the day, man, that makes it even worse, right? Like if we're both done, we're both cheating, we're both done, and but you want to make yours public and say I was cheating, knowing damn well you was cheating too. How does that make us both look?
I see what you're saying, and this is a part where I have to like fundamentally disagree with you about. But once again, we don't know these intricate details. Once again, Clutch Points is really reputable place to get news about sports and things like that. So they're not writing just to write. It's not like a TMZ thing. My only thing is, because I hear what you're saying, like public, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be better publicly to be like, hey, I don't want to talk about this situation, and not be like, I'm siding with my mom with this, because that's just taking it a step further. Where I'm like, even if we're talking about being adults, right? If as public figures as we are, right, there's certain things I'm gonna have zero problem talking about, and there's gonna be other things where I'm like, nah, I need you to know my stance. And especially when it comes to intricate things about the pod, or the intricate things about myself, I want to have the ultimate control, and especially because there's like multiple other people and families and stuff involved. I'm just not gonna be like, well, yeah, fuck my dad and all this other stuff. But definitely didn't say that. But like, I just would give people a non-answer. Like, why even divulge? Like, I'm picking a side.
Because his dad almost did the same thing. He didn't think about Steph Curry in that process. Again, Curry's an adult. Yeah, I mean, he's not only a son, but I mean, look at it. Look at Seth Curry.
He didn't say nothing.
He ain't say nothing. But how many people were talking to him about it?
I think a whole lot. Steph Curry is a stud on the
That article is about who?
Steph Curry.
You see what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Hey, you ain't gonna put me in this corner. Here's the thing.
I'm
the
being
only
honest.
reason why I'm saying, I feel like people are asking Seth, but here's the common denominator:
because he's the
women
man.
gonna hate me. I'll blame Aisha.
I mean, you can blame Aisha all you want.
She's like, you gotta pick a side.
But at the end of the day, I don't blame Curry for picking his mom. I don't. Did his mom go out to the public talk about it? You know what I'm saying? So like, that's for me. Like, that's where I'm standing at. Like, as a face to a family, because Dale Curry ain't the face of that family no more. He ain't not the face of that family no more.
Okay.
And even now, really now, he definitely ain't the face of that family no more. It's about Seth and Aisha. Or Steph and Aisha.
No, it's Seth.
No, it's Steph.
Seth.
No. Steph.
Seth.
No, Seth is a little brother.
I know.
No,
I'm a little brother, so I gotta shout out little brothers.
Shut up.
Yeah, I got him, folks. I finally got him. Yes, sir. I finally got him. Yes, sir.
So it's definitely like Steph and Aisha. Like, that's the face of the Currys. When people talk about the Currys, they're not talking about Dale Curry and Seth's mom.
See, I'm so glad that I wanted to bring this one to you, because I knew you would have a very like intricate like piece and thought on it. Because like for me, like stuff like that, I would give people like non-answers. Like, you don't even need to know that I am on this side, because there's certain things that people will be like, oh, what do you think about this in your family, right? Or things about how I feel about my parents. I let people draw their assumptions or things like that, and I just kind of like, well, once again, he's been in the spotlight since he's been a young lad, so I wasn't even trying to condemn Curry or anything like that. I was just more so like questioning, like, why would you even let them know that you there's a side to be on, being like, that's none of my business. Next question. So that's one of the things, and I knew you have like an intricate piece on it, and I guess we'll just boil it down to like this: if something like that would happen as you the head of the family, how you responded?
It depends. Like if my parents, so say like my mom and my dad, and I was the spotlight, we're getting a divorce, and my mom was like telling the news, I think I would have to do the opposite, like reside with my dad.
Mm.
Because ultimately they're both doing the same thing, right? Like we are both not good for each other. We're both causing harm towards each other. But why make it worse? You know what I'm saying? Why put my whole family in jeopardy or in the news because of whatever, so to speak? I want to be popular or whatever. I want my name to be out there, whatever it is. Whatever. I don't know where his mentality was upon bringing that stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
So, this will give us, a nice pivot as we wind down the night, because I have another thing, and then we'll end on if you have anything in between. But the thing I want to throw at you is, did you know that LA currently is a war zone? A lot of theft going on in LA. They said it's like the purge right now.
In LA?
Yeah, and yeah. The article I have for us, Killer Mike details his solution for decreasing crime in LA. So as of recently, currently what's going on in LA is I think this happened to Terrence J. Howard and a couple of people, where like he was leaving the club and then some people followed him, like break into his house. But
I heard about this. Ben Ball, there happened to Ben Baller too.
it's been more of rampant of like crimes, and then I think there was a thing between like Jonah Hill and this other person, and talking about how his car got broken into, and then they got into a dispute, and he's saying like, there's shit's wrong with LA and things like that. And the only reason why I want to kind of bring this up, and I could talk a little bit about the article too, is kind of like us as Portlanders. we know about the rise in crime and ridiculousness. And one of the things Killer Mike said was like, the reason why the rise in like crime and his solution to fix things in LA is because people don't have jobs. And I was wondering, what is your thoughts on the increase in crime, whether it's LA or Portland, or like literally just like, we'll start there. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the increased crime level? We need Batman.
It's interesting. Like we live in a weird society and world right now, where the evil is definitely more spoken on than the good.
Ooh.
And because I don't feel like it's much different than what it was before, but I think we just live in a time where it's like the evil's promoted a little bit more. And it's crazy because I was having a conversation with someone, my coworker, about that. He's like, we live in a time where sin is winning, and you have to look at that. And he's like, you just have to take it for a ride until it's over. And that was kind of a weird answer for me, but just to kind of do the point of like, I do feel like jobs play a huge impact on accessibility. And I feel like nowadays people have access to everybody. And you can find someone's location off your phone. They got apps to tap in people's phones. You got apps to tap in all different types of stuff. And so being able to pull up on somebody, oh yeah, they at the jewelry store right now off of 17th and Crenshaw. Let's wait for them. You know what I'm saying? And now the opportunity to do whatever because I'm trying to come up. It's a world of trying to come up, but ultimately it's a world of going down, not going up. So
I feel that.
Portland jobs, definitely. LA jobs.
Yeah. Killer Mike, even though I don't listen to your music regularly, I respect you as an activist, as a person. Like
Shout out Killer Mike.
Exactly. You you instilled in me that that I don't need to buy a brand new car. I just need to buy used cars because as soon as I buy that brand new car, it depreciates. And like literally listening to Killer Mike got that in my brain, being like, if I ever make it, I'm just gonna get a used BMW or use this. It makes no sense to buy a brand new car. But that's not here or there. Shout out to Killer Mike. But one of the things I kind of definitely wanted to bring up is I'm gonna be a little controversial with this one. I think right now in our society, we all suffer from NBA syndrome. And I blame NBA syndrome of why the crime has increased. No, I'm not saying LeBron James is the reason why crime is on the loose. I'm not gonna make this a Skip Bayless take. But the reason why I'm saying it's NBA syndrome is what happens to people when they have a hoop dream or a sports dream.
I've had, oh my God, I did a paper about this.
There's 200 spots in the NBA, and there's 1 million people fighting for them. And how I equate this to right now is there are jobs right now. I go to a restaurant that are hiring people, that they need people. Well, we're closing 3 hours early because we don't have enough people. Not to say you have to take a restaurant job, but what did this pandemic teach us? We're more than our jobs. People got to know their values and their worth. And this is why I call it NBA syndrome. There's only a limited amount of jobs where you could be an influencer, a social media vixen, a guru, and that's even coming for us. Where the cool thing about us, the reason why we don't fall into that is because we're not putting all our eggs in one basket. We know that we still got to do this, still got to do that, we still got to eat. But I don't know how many people who wake up and it's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna get one of them 200 spots. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I did a paper on this in college. It's like a sports complex system. You got to think about sports as a whole. When you think about sports, you got generations of kids who go night in and night out on the AAU market, 7-on teams, do whatever it takes to make it to college level, right? At the college level, you have thousands of programs, thousands of schools, and you have hundreds of players on a football team, whatever, 15, 20 players on a basketball team. And that's their life, right? So you're going morning, evening, afternoon. That is your life. You become addicted to the game. What happens when your dream doesn't happen? You are completely lost at life because what you have known for the past 22 years in your life or 21 years in your life is no longer there. And that's all you know how to do. You know how to dribble a ball, catch a ball, tackle, throw, whatever it takes. And now it's how can we begin to educate these kids on creating opportunity and options?
I agree it's with the kids, but it's also with, I know people our age who's literally like, literally wake up and like, I'm gonna start a makeup channel. You know, it takes a while.
But it's a mentality piece. We've created generations of kids who have the mentality that I'm just gonna wake up and be instead of wake up and put in the work to be. I deal with high school kids right now. A high school kid was literally upset he didn't make the basketball team. And I asked him, how many hours a week you put in to hoop? He said, I just started hooping last week to get ready for tryouts. And I said, you was expecting to make the basketball team?
I feel bad laughing at a kid.
But we've created this mentality that I don't have to put in work in order to be famous. I don't have to put in work in order to be successful. I don't have to do because I can see dudes on Instagram getting famous off of funny TikToks, funny or whatever, funny Instagram photos, whatever. Like I
Mhm.
see billions of dollars run in from no work put in, not realizing that that funny one was probably the 10,000 photo that they've taken or the 10,000 video that they've posted.
I just gotta say, we're all fighting for the same job, and the funny thing about it is, shout out to the teachers, shout out to you because you're working with our youth. Where let's get to the money. I don't know if this. I don't think Michael Jackson said this, but if our kids of our future, I just watched Coming to America. That's where I got that from. It's like why we should make teaching our youth lucrative. We should make so many other different things lucrative. Like by no means, because we're in the entertainment sector. Like I'm not trying to look down on the people who are entertainment, but it's not so glamorous being a teacher. It's not so glamorous, you know, doing, banking work or it's just like, but when you get on this thing, you get on this phone and you see a Ryan Davis or you see a Arthur or you see whoever and they're like, man, that looks cool. And like you're seeing the end product of something. You're seeing the I put my 1,000 hours into it. And it's kind of like when I really read that article, I was just really just kind of like it's solidified. We're all fighting for the same jobs of entertainment. And we have clearly we don't see the value in just everyday jobs. And
Yeah.
and let's just say you want to be that gamer until you can just totally eat off your Twitch. You got to have your side hustle, whether that is security, DoorDash. There's nothing wrong with that. And I just feel like in our society we can't even just have those moments. So,
So there's one thing that I have to disagree with you on what you said.
all right, go ahead.
Kids are not our future. They're our present. And I say that highly because they are.
Mhm.
Our kids create tomorrow. Our kids build our cars. Our kids modernize our technology. Our kids bring in trends. Our kids change outfits, our kids do this, not us. We still living in the 90s, right? We still bumping 90s music. We still bumping 90s classics. We still bumping, we still rocking certain things that we wore, right? Like kids, what you see kids wear today is what you'll see kids everywhere wearing tomorrow. They're our present.
Meryl Streep, if you watch the Devil's Wears Prada, would disagree with you. We, the 90s, a sweater that you're wearing right now was circulated 3 different times. So respect.
I mean, of course, 90s is the best, but
But no, I get what you're saying, and I appreciate that you said that too as well, because you're right. They are present, they are future, they are past, but more importantly, they are present. And at least with this, because I was having this be a catch all for everyone, especially people as we recover from this pandemic, things like that. Just about like as it's so beautiful that we can gain and understand that our work can't be our everything. But when you live in a society where you entertaining someone has a higher value than you educating someone or you um learning a trade or a skill, that's the issue I have a problem with. And that's why I say
yeah,
a guy or a person who knows how to change their tire, that's important.
absolutely.
Like, don't get me wrong, I have to YouTube that stuff, but like you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so glad that this YouTube thing exists, and it's that one guy who's has like 1,000 videos, and then you're like, oh, I want to do something like him, but you don't know what it took for him to actually do that. And he actually, on top of him doing that on YouTube, he has his own 2 or 3 like workshops that he does that, and it's not just his only thing. And that's one of the things I wanted to at least bring today, because I knew you get a chuckle at it, and I was kind of like, he thinks I'm gonna be hateful to LeBron, but no, I just wanted to bring that up because I want to recognize the people here, me, you, Koss, everyone. We're we're trying to like literally like do something in entertainment, but we're much more than that. Like, we're so much more than that. And that's one of the things I really respect about our team and our unit, because as much as we're trying to eat off this in the future, I know that won't be our only thing, because I know how many things you want to do with the community, how many things you want to do with the youth, and like you really want to do something with that power, because people want that attention, because attention is the latest, Molly. And once you pop that, you like, I'm an island boy. And I'm an island boy. And that's not really making it. That's 30 seconds. Even though we haven't had our proverbial 30 seconds of whatever, it's literally 30 seconds. And we just want to tell you, and I at least want to end on this, and Arthur will take it away from himself. It's kind of like betting on yourself looks like you unearthing every resource you have. And that truly means, all right, and I'm going to just say this, I'm trying to get whatever entertainment thing going. Right now, that's not going to suffice everything I do. Maybe I need to take that restaurant job. Maybe I need to take that, Uber Dash job, or maybe I need to, ask for someone, or maybe I need to take that loan out. Have a plan. Don't just be like, this is going to work. It's going to work, but it has to work with a plan.
I have to agree. And there's nothing wrong with having 12 hands and 12 pots. Because at the end of the day, when you're done cooking, it's all coming back into one place. And with that being said, man, keep working, keep grinding, keep your head up high, and realize longevity when it comes to finance and money and all that, and is work. It's not instant. Instant gratification only gets you instant success. Longevity gives you long-term success.
Damn, you found Tupac with that line.
At the end of the day, this is Play No Games Podcast. I'm Arthur Dixon.
I'm the real life Hitch.
And we out.
Oh!
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.